Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to Afterthoughts. Tim Risto here, host of the Creative Christians Podcast, joining you once again. Thanks so much for choosing to make this video part of your day today, and may God bless your day going forward from here. Those of you who are regular viewers of my channel know that I am in the midst of watching and reviewing every episode of the faith-based TV crime drama Vindication. And while I started out watching those episodes digitally and doing reviews that way, being a big fan of physical media, I started to wonder if there were any Blu-ray season sets of the show out there in the wild somewhere. So I went in search of that and didn't have any luck. It does not appear as though the show is available on Blu-ray, at least as yet. But I did find these here, and that's DVD season sets of the first 3 seasons, as well as a DVD copy of the original Vindication film or pilot episode titled Alibi. So I thought, it'd be kind of fun while I'm still working through watching and getting caught up on my reviews of all the first season episodes that I'm doing right now. I thought I'd take a quick chance here and take a look at these DVD sets in case any of you all are interested in picking them up. So we'll take a peek at the cover art, the disc art, talk a little bit about the specs, what's on each one of these, try and put a few little screen grabs up for you as well, and even talk about some of the extras that are available on these. So let's get going. So here are the 4 different DVD copies that I picked up from the Vindication TV series. I got all 4 of these on eBay at varying prices, and I'll list the prices that I paid for each one of these as we go through them one by one here in just a minute. But I got the 3 season sets, and each of these were still sealed, so they were brand new. Paid a little bit more for most of those, and then the original Vindication film or pilot episode was open, used, I guess, but it's basically like brand new. And I paid the least for this because it's only a single episode anyway. So let's talk about all these one by one. We'll start with the Vindication film or pilot episode Alibi first. All right, so this first DVD copy we'll look at is of the Vindication film or the pilot episode Alibi, whatever you want to call it. They refer to it as the film in here because initially that's what it was, kind of a short film. But it functions as a pilot episode because it does what you want a pilot to do, essentially allow a series to be born from this episode, to sell a series concept, right? And that's essentially what happened as a result of this. So that's what this is. But this, in some ways, this is the most interesting DVD out of all of them. This contains only the pilot episode, which I already owned in the season 1 set when I picked this up. So you may be asking, why did you bother to pick this up if you already owned it in the season 1 set? The reason being is this actually has some extras on it, which most of the season sets don't have anything on them. So this was kind of interesting to me in that regard. I wanted to see what they were and what they were all about. So I picked this up. I got this again on eBay, as I did all of these. This was $7 and let's see, $7.23 for this. And it was used, so it wasn't brand new, but it basically looks brand new. You can't really tell. So, so the cover art here has a little byline, "The truth will find you out," for Vindication. This is the original episode, which starred Ben Davies, Todd Terry as Travis, of course, Kat Steffens, and Sonia Davis. And so there's the front cover art. There's the back cover art, which has the description here, listing of special features and some of the specs here. Has a total run length of 26 minutes. It has Dolby audio, and I think it's just a standard DVD, which means it's probably 640 by 480 resolution. So not any, great high quality. It looks decent enough. I've watched it. I'll try and put some screen grabs up here. I talk about it. Looks decent enough, but of course it's typical DVD quality. Nothing spectacular, a little softer, a little maybe blockier, not the clean look that you might be used to if you watch a lot of stuff on high-quality streaming or Blu-ray, or especially, of course, 4K UHD. But it still looks good, and it's fine for what it is. Here is the disc art itself, just very simple printing. This is a single disc, again, just contains the 1 episode, so at least they could put it at whatever high a bit rate they could for DVD. I'm not sure what that is. I don't have those specs available, but it's DVD. It's not like it's Blu-ray, so I don't think anybody would be screaming for specs on that. So let's talk about the most interesting aspect of this, which again is the extras that are on here. There's actually 6 extras available on this disc, or special features as they call them. Oh, it does have English subtitles too. I should mention that. That's not one of the extras, though. I mean, they list it as a special feature, but that's not a special feature as far as I'm concerned. But those are available if you would like to use them. Most of these are really short, but they're still interesting to have. The one that's not super short, and that's probably the most interesting, is the one titled Cast Feedback. And this is about a 13-minute interview that features Ben Davies, Cat Steffens, and Sonia Davis all on camera together, all three of them, in front of basically a single camera. I think there's just another side camera that does occasional cutaways, but it's very raw, very loose. They've obviously been pre-fed questions ahead of time and then asked to just kind of answer them among themselves on camera for about 13 minutes. And it is interesting. There's some interesting stuff that comes out of it. The audio's rough on it, too, at points. I think especially when Cat Steffens gets really loud, it just blows the audio out. So, again, you got to kind of accept it for what it is. But it is interesting. Some things that came out of it that I found kind of intriguing was Ben Davies mentions that they shot the interrogation scenes first. So those between him and Todd Terry that are in this pilot episode. All three of them talk a little bit about their characters, kind of the similarities and differences, just kind of very generally. They talk about working with the director, Jared, working in Texas here in my state, working with Todd Terry. Ben Davies talks a little bit about that. Todd Terry, of course, who worked on Breaking Bad. A lot of big Breaking Bad fans out there, I'm sure, and being able to work with Todd Terry for Ben Davies was a delight. The last thing they shot was a kitchen scene, at least with Cat Steffens, was the kitchen scene, and Ben Davies was there, so he talks a little bit about that. They all talk about working on a faith-based project like this, how exciting that was and how interesting that was, how they'd all love to do more of that as well. Again, this was just a very simply shot interview, but it's neat to see them all kind of interact, see how excited they are about it. So that's a neat feature, and that to me was actually, even in its raw, kind of rough state, was very interesting to see. All right, next up is a quick little individual interview with Ben Davies. It's barely under a minute, 58 seconds, but he just talks briefly about portraying Derek, his character here in the Alibi episode, and how one choice can change your life forever. So it's interesting to hear his comment on that. Next up is Cat Steffens, who hers just comes in at about a 48-second clip. She talks about what's interesting for her is playing this character who's involved in the struggle of marriage, that marriage is hard work. It talks about building trust, so that's kind of interesting. Next up is an even shorter clip, 37 seconds, from Sonia Davis. She talks about playing characters that make different choices than what she would make in her own life personally. So that's interesting. And then we have an even shorter clip from Todd Terry talking about Vindication, how the title intrigued him, and how that title also and the story reflected this subversion of expectations, which is a big part of the show. So you've got all those. Those are all very short, but it's interesting. It's nice they included them, but that 13-minute cast feedback feature, I think, is kind of the best, and it's worth checking out. There's also a trailer as an extra on here, trailer for the film itself, not for the first season, but for this pilot episode, Alibi. What's interesting about that, and the reason I like actually having that too, is it contains different shots and lines than what we're seeing in the final film. So there's actually a number of things in there. I'd have to really break it down, but I want to say there's 5 or 6 different things that I picked up on right away that were either not the exact line readings or not the exact shot that we saw in the final episode of Alibi. So that's kind of neat to see and have there. Obviously, they put the trailer together before the final cut of the episode or the film was done. So anyway, some interesting stuff on here. Again, this was $7.23. I got it on eBay. Worth having if you're a big Vindication fan. I enjoyed watching through this. All right, let's move on to the Season 1 DVD set. Again, these are all by Vision Video, I believe, in association with Fly Rock Media and Redivision Motion Pictures. The future sets do involve Pureflix Entertainment as well, but for this first season, those are the media entities involved. But this is a nice little DVD set. It is a 2-disc set, 5 episodes per disc. There is one extra on here. On the first disc, there is a trailer which clocks in at 1 minute and 21 seconds. On disc 1, no other extras on here. These do have, let me see here, it's available in English and Spanish language, switchable on each of these discs. Subtitles are in English. That's a dual layer disc, widescreen presentation at 1.78:1. This was produced in 2019. Total running length of both these discs in total is 4 hours and 44 minutes. So there you go, across these 10 episodes. So before we show the menus of these DVD sets, let's take a look at the disc art themselves. There it is, very simple, clean looking, very nice. This is disc 1, which contains episodes 1 through 5. And here's disc 2, which contains episodes 6 through 10. So really nice, simple little sets. Again, all housed in, I think they call these Amory style DVD cases, but standard DVD case. And there's the back cover art, by the way, as well, which also mentions, featuring guest stars Ben Davies, who was in Courageous, who was in the pilot episode, Macy, I think it's Macy McLean, who was in I'm Not Ashamed, Ashley Bratcher, who was in Unplanned, Rachel Hendricks in October Baby, and many more. And then it lists the 10 episodes there, and of course a little description highlighting the fact that Detective Travis Todd Terry from Breaking Bad has spent 15 years solving cases in the small town of East Bank, Texas, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, nice little set. So let's take a look at the menus real quick on disc number 1. Here's the DVD menu for that. Obviously, it has the 5 episodes with little thumbnail pics there, and then also the trailer. There is the sole extra on this season 1 set. Here also is the menu for disc number 2, which again has episodes 6 through 10 on it, selectable again by those little thumbnail pics. Again, very simple, straightforward, nice looking set. The quality of the episodes themselves is fine. I think it's good when they have 2 discs, especially for 10 episodes. You can do 5 per disc, which helps to allow you to use a little bit more of the bit rate. Not that DVDs have a ton of space to really expand upon the quality, but rather than cramming them all onto one disc, this does allow for a little bit higher bit rate between the 2 discs. So, it's decent DVD quality. I did pay $10.81 for this season 1 disc for 10 episodes, so, a little over $1 an episode. Not a bad deal. Again, this was brand new, so it came sealed, so not a bad price for that. All right, let's move on to the Season 2 DVD. Love the cover art on this one. It's kind of a step up from the more Photoshop-looking one from Season 1, so I really like the artistic style, especially like that big V in the background there, and then the characters there, Vindication logo, and kind of that cool, almost written in blood look to Season 2. So nice step up in quality. They've started to do some really cool artwork, kind of poster-looking kind of artwork of the characters for these season sets, just for the promotional materials in general. There's a good one out for Season 4 too. But anyway, that's very nice. There's the back of the cover art there. This one again has English language, not English and Spanish. It does have English subtitles on it. 2 dual layer discs, widescreen at 1.78:1. This came out in 2021. And this entire set runs a total of 5 hours and 8 minutes in length. Again, 2 discs, 2 DVDs, 10 episodes, 5 per disc. No trailer, no extras on this particular one. I spent a little over $16 for this one, and again, it was brand new and sealed. Here's the disc art for disc number 1, which again contains episodes 1 through 5. Here is the menu for disc number 1. Again, a little bit nicer than the Season 1 set. Very straightforward, though. Very much a DVD menu. But again, you've got the 5 thumbnails for the first 5 episodes. No extras. And here's the disc art for disc number 2. Again, containing episodes 6 through 10. And a quick peek at the DVD menu for disc number 2. Again, the thumbnails for episodes 6 through 10 and a few other select options here on the menu. All right, so that's the Season 2 set. Again, quality is about the same as Season 1. Having those 10 episodes spread over 2 discs helped to give it a little bit higher bit rate. Again, I paid $16 for this on eBay. So between the 3 DVD sets we've just looked at already, I'm up to about $32. So cost a little bit. You might be able to dig around and find these sets a little bit cheaper, but these were brand new sets that I picked up. All right, and moving on, let's look at Vindication Season 3 DVD set. I really love the cover art on this one. They've upped it quite a bit since the first season's kind of Photoshop cover art. And Still kind of like that second season one quite a bit, but this third season one is pretty awesome as well. So there's the front, there is the back. This set here is a little bit different. It does have English and Spanish language and English subtitles, but it is a single disc. So they've crammed all the episodes onto this disc. What's a little different from previous seasons is this season is only 8 episodes as opposed to the normal 10 that they'd been doing. That makes a little bit of difference, but there is definitely a drop in quality when I watch the episodes on this disc. You can tell they crammed a little bit too much onto a single disc, too many episodes, and this runs a total length of 4 hours and 14 minutes, so that's a lot to cram on one DVD. So you notice a quality drop here on the episodes on this particular disc. This came out in 2023. It's widescreen. It does say originally mastered in digital 4K, but I gotta tell you, it's hard to tell from this disc here. Definitely a drop in quality, but nothing horrible, just definitely more pixelated, softer, not as nice as even the first 2 season sets were. Here's the disc art here. Again, a single disc, so this is the only disc on this set. And then we'll jump over and take a look at the menu real quick. All right, here's the menu that greets you when you pop in the season 3 disc. This one here is the initial menu that has the first 4 episodes on it: Manhunt, Those Who Lost the Most, Home and Away, and Under the Wing. Then there's a link below that to get to episodes 5 to 8 and another episode with language options. If you click the episodes 5 through 8, you're taken to this menu here, which shows those thumbnails for episodes 5 through 8, the strategy and reunion, the call, the rodeo, and across the line. If you click over to the language options, you're taken to this menu here. Gives you the opportunity to turn English subtitles on or off, set audio as English or Spanish, or of course link back to the different episode submenus. So that's what you get there with those menus. They're kind of cool looking, but again, kind of standard DVD style menus. Nothing spectacular, but they're nice for what they are. All right, y'all, so there you go. There is a quick peek at these different DVD sets that I picked up for the Vindication TV series. Hope you got a little something out of it. I'm enjoying watching them on DVD. Again, I'm a big physical media fan, so this is fun for me. It's nice to own copies that I can pop in and watch anytime I want. You know, I was really hoping, of course, for Blu-ray, but it is not available there yet. However, and I don't have any inside knowledge on this as yet, but I'm suspecting that now this is going over to Angel Studios. The whole Vindication show will be available through them here, actually in a matter of days, as of the date of the recording of this video. And the 4th season will debut on Angel Studios site as well. I think there is a good, strong possibility. Again, I don't have inside info. I don't know the details of their contract and all that, but there probably is a good chance that Angel Studios will release a complete series set, probably on Blu-ray, I would guess, at some point in the future. At least that's my guess. I hope we see that. I'd love to see it come out on 4K. That'd be wonderful. So far, we only have Sound of Freedom as far as faith-based films and TV series go. Sound of Freedom is really the biggest release right now on 4K. And I hope to still do a review of this 4K Steelbook. I just have not had a chance to do that yet, but that will be coming soon too. So it'd be cool if Vindication got a 4K UHD physical media release of the entire series, especially maybe once season 4 is out and done. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I suspect Angel will release some kind of physical media of the series at some point. Again, maybe after season 4 is wrapped and fully out. I'll keep watching. I'll let you know any details if I learn anything about that. But hope this was helpful for y'all. Let me know what you're enjoying about Vindication. And if you're a physical media fan, what would you like to see in terms of a physical media release of Vindication TV series? What kind of extras would you love to see them do on the show? Love to hear your comments down below. Go out and have a great rest of your day. Watch some Vindication. It is a great show, and I'm really having a blast watching the episodes and reviewing them. Another review will be coming out soon, so keep an eye out on my channel for that as well. Go out and have a great rest of your day, y'all. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.